Hola todos, I am Melanie Peralta, and in the next 5 minutes, I will be sharing a clear vision for the future of education, which is rooted on what we have learned throughout this term, and it connects to the reality of classrooms nowadays. My big idea is just to move from just covering simple concepts in the classroom and just build more agency with the students, have them to show up, engage more, and produce meaningful work, but at the same time incorporate technology innovations in the classroom like AI, futurist visions, and others, so we can close those learning gaps and help the students progress. Moving on to our next slide, let's see what's coming up in first attendance. We have to do this reality check because this is actually what's happening right now. There's like a chronic absenteeism and self-report and engagement drop sharply like after COVID. A lot of things happened during COVID and it affected education really significantly. Enrollment declines as well, and in some places, grades rose even while other readiness indicators fell, creating a more urgency gap in the educational system. And if we want to properly recover from this, attendance and engagement must be our first leverage to recover and prepare for the future of education and how it's going to be looking like. Okay, let's see what trends are shaping the next 5 years. Okay, we have featuring tools, we have multilingual and multicultural classrooms, we have AI, big topic, and we also have virtual hybrid learning. So if we look forward, these four over here are really significant forces shaping schools right now. Like AI that supports feedback and lesson design, having like anywhere, anytime learning, virtual or hybrid options, globalization as mobility brings more meaningful learners. To plan well, we use like simple futuring methods, which involve scanning, scenario building, modeling, simulation, envisioning to avoid guessing what's the intentional choices. And this is what the next 5 years is looking like. Learn from anywhere, pretty much. Okay, high yield tech and practice move. Let's look at all these together. So AI assisted feedback with clear norms, like having a draft, moving from feedback, and then revise. This is what you see right here. Then we have gamified practices that rewards persistence and progress, which you see right here, incorporating games. Micro video, most do tasks for re-entering after absences. Okay, chicos, this is what you see right here in this picture too. It reflects upon duties. And build multilingual support like captions, live or active translation, which is currently happening right now with the new AirPods that just came out from Apple too. And you see it right here. And also incorporated visuals. Okay, moving on. Now let's talk about leadership that works. Distributed leadership that works. So in order to have a sustained and improvement, it depends on the leadership and how it is distributed. This picture right here will help you summarize it and understand better how these roles work and what they both have in common. Instructional leadership teams comprising the principal and teacher leaders run tight improvement cycles and fundamental problems of practices. Also, principals legitimize and resources teachers' leadership so teachers can lead the PDs more, share expertise, and keep the momentum even when roles are changing. So this is what we're looking for. I already talked about the cycles, principal legitimize, have teachers have a higher leadership role within the education because they are the ones that interact the most with the students all the time. Okay, if we move on to our next slide, we have the action plan. What is coming? Let's hear it. So many schools are afraid of what is coming. Is it AI going to be everything for now in education? There's always that question. But now it is the time to start implementing changes and trying innovative technology and AI introduced into school. So to have a starting point, the school can do the following so they can see how the system works and be ready for the future. Like during weeks 1 or 2 of school, or they can run like attendance sprint, positive family touches, visible goals trackers, and quick wins within the students. Within week 3 and 6, they can do AI feedback, use AI gamified practices for the target subject. For week 7 and 10, they can add micro videos to help the students that are constantly missing class, peer coaching cycles, so they can track attendance completion and even speaking and see their growth as an impact. Okay? Call to action and reflection. My call to action and reflection is just let's protect the human presence in the classroom. Of course, AI can help, but it cannot care like a human. It cannot mentor like a human, or it cannot even model hope like a human. Planning for the future should be more deliberate, not just based on guesswork. Do not left it out to guesswork. And let's plan forward with a purpose, with a vision, and with the futuring ideals that honor both innovation and humanity, instead of just thinking that the future education is just going to be by robots and AI. We got to think it in a way to merge human and AI together to have a better view of the education in the future and see how these two components work well to create and change classrooms. Because that's the ideal, that's what we're looking for, that's what we want.